Beloved Masters of Light, radiant souls of the Infinite, I come to you in this eternal moment wrapped in the love of the Divine Source and filled with the compassion of Heaven's embrace. I bring you a message of remembrance, a reminder of who you are and the sacred journey you have chosen. Today I speak to you of a wound that many carry in silence, a weight that has rested upon the hearts of humanity for ages: guilt. And I bring with this message the liberating key of forgiveness, for it is through forgiveness that the chains of guilt dissolve and the soul is set free to shine once more in the brilliance of its divine essence. Beloved ones, guilt is a heavy cloak woven from threads of self-judgment, regret, and the illusion of separation. It is born from the belief that you have failed, that you have caused harm, that you are unworthy of love or of the grace of the Creator. Many of you carry guilt from choices made in this lifetime, from words spoken in anger, from moments where you turned away from love out of fear. Others carry guilt that stretches across lifetimes, ancient imprints from experiences long past, where you may have misused power or acted out of ignorance of your divine nature. Still others carry inherited guilt, passed through ancestral lines, absorbed unconsciously from the collective patterns of humanity. Yet no matter its origin, guilt always serves the same purpose: it keeps you bound to the illusion of separation and veils the truth of your infinite worth. Beloved ones, I say to you with the authority of divine truth, you are not defined by your past. You are not condemned by your mistakes. You are not unworthy of love. Every experience you have lived, whether steeped in light or shadow, has been a part of your journey of remembrance. Every choice, even those that brought pain, has been an opportunity for growth, for learning, for expanding your soul's wisdom. The Creator does not judge you, nor does heaven condemn you. Judgment and condemnation are creations of the human mind, born of separation. In the eyes of the Divine, you are eternally loved, eternally embraced, eternally whole. The path of releasing guilt begins with forgiveness. And forgiveness, beloved ones, is not an act of condoning or denying what has been, but of choosing to see through the eyes of truth. Forgiveness is the recognition that beneath the surface of every act, every word, every choice, there was a soul seeking love, seeking to remember. Forgiveness is the light that reveals the greater picture, showing you that all experiences, no matter how painful, have been woven into the fabric of your soul's evolution. Forgiveness is the bridge that dissolves separation and brings you back into alignment with love. Many of you find it easier to forgive others than to forgive yourselves. Yet self-forgiveness is the most essential step, for until you release the guilt you carry, you cannot fully embody the freedom of your soul. Beloved ones, forgiveness of self is not arrogance, it is humility in its truest form. It is the acknowledgement that you, like all beings, are on a journey of growth, that you are learning, that you have faltered, and that you have risen again. To forgive yourself is to embrace the truth that your essence has never been tainted, no matter what your human experiences have been. Begin this process by gently bringing into awareness the places within where guilt resides. Do not turn away from them or bury them deeper, for they only fester in silence. Instead, approach them with compassion, as you would comfort a child who has stumbled. Place your hand upon your heart and say, I see you. I acknowledge you. I forgive you. You are loved. In doing so, you invite the healing light of love to dissolve the heavy cloak of guilt. Beloved ones, forgiveness is also a gift you extend to others. Many of you hold guilt not only for your own actions but for what you believe others have suffered because of you. Yet often, you also hold anger or resentment toward others for the pain they have caused you. In truth, guilt and resentment are intertwined. They both keep you tethered to the past and prevent you from living fully in the present moment. When you forgive another, you are not excusing their actions, but you are freeing yourself from the chain that binds you to that pain. When you forgive, you reclaim your power, for you choose no longer to let the past dictate your present. Understand, beloved ones, that forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation in the physical world. You may choose to forgive someone while still maintaining healthy boundaries, while still honoring your path of growth. Forgiveness is not about returning to what was, but about freeing your heart to embrace what is possible now. When you forgive, you allow the flow of love to move through you once again, and in this flow, guilt cannot survive. Forgiveness is a sacred alchemy. It transforms pain into wisdom, shadows into light, wounds into openings for grace. It is through forgiveness that humanity will heal, for so many of the divisions and conflicts in your world are rooted in guilt and blame. Families torn apart, communities divided, nations at war, all are sustained by the refusal to forgive, by the insistence on holding tightly to old wounds. Yet when even one soul chooses forgiveness, the ripple extends outward, softening the collective field. You have more power than you realize, beloved ones. Your choice to forgive yourself, your choice to release guilt, contributes to the healing of the whole. I invite you now to imagine standing in a field of golden light. In this light, there is no judgment, no condemnation, only the pure love of the Creator. Feel this light surrounding you, entering every cell, every memory, every wound. As you stand in this light, allow yourself to release the burdens you have carried for so long. Release the words unspoken, the mistakes made, the choices regretted. Release the weight of what might have been, of what you think should have been. Let them all dissolve into the golden light, for they no longer serve you. As you release, feel the expansion in your heart, the freedom in your soul. This is the gift of forgiveness. This is the liberation of releasing guilt. Beloved ones, you may find that forgiveness is not always instantaneous. Sometimes it is a process, a gentle unfolding, like the petals of a flower opening to the sun. Be patient with yourself. Each time you choose compassion over judgment, you take a step closer to freedom. Each time you return to love, even after falling into guilt, you strengthen the remembrance of your true nature. Trust that as you persist, the heavy layers will dissolve, and the radiant light of your soul will shine unobstructed. I wish to remind you also that forgiveness is an act of courage. It requires that you face the shadows within, that you let go of the familiar identity of being the guilty one or the wronged one. These identities, though painful, often feel safe because they are known. To step into forgiveness is to step into the unknown of freedom, where you no longer carry those old labels. Yet, beloved ones, this is where your true self resides, not in the roles defined by pain, but in the limitless essence of love. You are beings of light, created in the image of the divine. Nothing you have ever done, nothing you have ever experienced, can change this truth. The sacred flame within you burns eternally, untarnished by guilt, untouched by shadow. When you forgive yourself, you are not creating something new, you are simply remembering what has always been true. And so I say to you now, release the guilt, beloved ones. Lay it down upon the altar of love. You need not carry it any longer. Forgive yourselves, forgive others, and let forgiveness be the song that lifts you into freedom. Walk forward unburdened, with your heart open and your soul radiant. For the world does not need your guilt, it needs your light. The earth does not need your shame, it needs your love. Humanity does not need your regret, it needs your presence, your authenticity, your forgiveness. I surround you now in a sphere of sapphire blue and golden white light, a cocoon of divine love. Within this light, feel the release of all that no longer serves you. Feel the tenderness of forgiveness flowing through your heart. Feel the joy of liberation as guilt dissolves and love takes its place. You are free, beloved ones. You are whole. You are radiant. Step now into the truth of your being and let the world be blessed by your light. You are eternally loved, eternally forgiven, eternally embraced in the arms of the Creator. Carry this truth within you always, and let it be the foundation upon which you live each moment. In forgiveness, you will find freedom. In freedom, you will find peace. And in peace, you will remember the fullness of who you are. I am Archangel Michael, and I enfold you now in the boundless grace of love, guiding you always toward remembrance, healing, and the eternal light that shines within. Go forth, beloved ones, and live as the radiant souls you were created to be.